Good evening, everybody. I was trying to get some music to play and nothing was happening. So we're just going to say beg that for tonight, and I'm just going to talk for a little bit and then a little bit more because it's my show, darn it, and I can talk if I want to. Anyway, I hope you all are having a wonderful first part of your week. We're halfway through. We're getting closer to the weekend. I got game night tomorrow night. And then I'm praying for a nice quiet weekend because I have had several now that have just been really busy and the week has been busy and yeah, my little brain is fried already. So anyway, we are still continuing on with these Hero Forge figures. I have 4 left to get done, and I think it's pretty darn good. So we've gotten the Aormaton done, we've got the Orange Snake guy done, we got the Rocker guy and his alter ego done, and we got the pink trenchcoat guy done. What's his name here? Had it. Ernie done. And we got Skredding the Monk done. And we got Tolele the Barbarian done. And Janos the Cleric. So now all we're working on here is Sia the Tiefling Blood Hunter. We're going to work on her tonight. We're also going to work on Senna the Drow, Captain Circle of Spores, Druid Swarmkeeper Ranger. That's a lot. And then we're going to work on Aaron, a connected gallant of the Order of the Vance from the Invisible Sun campaign. And we're also going to work on Antagonones, the Leonin Rotarius Gladiator Fighter Paladin. So we've got 4 to work on tonight. I think the one that we're going to start with is going to be, what's her name? Where is she? There she is. Erin, because we got most of her blocked in here already. Because I've been working on them. So let's go ahead and get her started. Let's get it started. There's a song I should play. Anyway, this is Erin right here. Boom. It's E-R-I-N, by the way. And we got started with just gonna getting some colors blocked in here. It's just gonna have red hair, brown leather jacket, green pants, brownish red boots. Ooh, excuse me. Of course, we'll do probably steel or something like that for the chains and hooks. And do we have a color on books here? Yeah, I got some books, and we also have a thing of dynamite sitting here as well. And I threw a oh, what color was it? It was the strong tone from Army Painter over the top of her, of all of it pretty much except for this. So we're gonna go ahead and keep going on her here. Probably get the do the skin here quick since we got it out. Yeah, this wet palette's been working pretty good for me. So pretty happy with it. Pretty happy with it. Been doing pretty good, man. Hey, Peter. Yeah, I can't do a very good Patrick Warburton, unfortunately. Even my deepest voice, I sound more like, I don't know, I sound like a nerd trying to do a voice. I'm going to move this over just a tad so I can get in here and start the work. And of course, she's got some earrings here too. Oh, and I figured out how to. I think. Okay, go. No, that's not what I wanted. Back, you fool. There we go. That's what I wanted. I wanted to see who the users were in chat. Kata, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Oh, I can pop out chat? Oh, that's pretty cool. Let's try that. Pop out chat. Chat's now popped out. Pop out chat. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Cool. Things you didn't know were useful until you needed them. Excuse me. I was dumb and I forgot some water, so I will be right back. I gotta get some water, or I'm gonna start coughing, and that's bad. Alright. Yeah, we're back. We have achieved water. Just taking a little bit more of that highlight. Gonna mix it right into our rosy skin here. Kind of a mix of rosy skin and rosy shadow. We've had this going here for a couple days now. I'm just going to hit the nose and the cheeks. And chin. Yes, every once in a while I will hum to myself. Hit the thumb. And final highlight, I'm actually just going to use the smaller brush here. Alright, so there's the skin tone. Now we just need to get the teeth. I think I still got some white here. Just a little bit. That's all you need. Just a wee bit. Trying to get her eyes, but that ain't happening right now. Let's go ahead and get that hair done here. I don't like that. Game Master's Vault is watching. Hello, hello. Lisa Bay is watching. Kata is watching. What's happening? Pardon me if I'm really quiet tonight. I've just been kind of mentally tired. And physically. Just tired. Feeling really old right now, folks. Amber Moore, what's happening? Yeah, she made it to one. How you doing? Well, you're busy with school there, Amber, so, you know. A lot of paperwork. Oh, yeah. I bet. I think I'm going to do a quick mix here. You got finals this week for your other class, and you get a couple months off before summer school. Oofta. That sounds exhausting. Proud of you, but I'm glad I'm not doing that anymore. Number one, I still don't think I could afford it. Number two, I have absolutely no interest in going back to school. I tried it once. That was enough. If I hadn't have tried it once, I wouldn't have met you and some of the other folks there at PSCC. Definitely not for me anymore. What am I working on? I'm working on actually 4 figures right now. They are... I'm trying to keep painting up here and the camera's not there. So hold on just a second here. Tilt it up just a bit more. So I'm working on... This is a Hero Forge figure It's a 3D printed figure. All the ones that I've been working on for Jordan have been from Hero Forge. This is some kind of like I thought it was Cyberpunk, but I don't know exactly. Invisible Suns game, TTRPG, and she wields these crazy chain weapons with camis, commas or something like that. I think KAMA on the ends, and she's got this crazy, mohawky kind of look. The shaved side look. Red hair. Pretty cool. Kind of fun to paint. Something different. She also got a thing of dynamite right here and books, so you know that she's trouble. She's reading already. Gotta stop those people from reading books. No. It's all sarcasm, folks. Sarcasm and cynicism. That's me. So we started with a little bit of auburn red, or auburn shadow. Mixed in some carrot top red. Now we're going straight carrot top red. Hey, that was Go Gadget arms, yeah. Oh, that'd be a fun one to make on Hero Forge's Inspector Gadget. Something to try tomorrow. Or later tonight. Go Gadget. So I got my Power Rangers mixed in with my Inspector Gadget. I hear they're making a new Power Rangers either series or movie. So good for those people that like Power Rangers. I was never a fan of Power Rangers. I didn't grow up in that time. I grew up with Star Wars and G.I. Joe and Voltron, He-Man, the GoBots. Transformers. What was it? Spacehawks? Silverhawks. Sorry, Silverhawks. Mask. And Snorks and Smurfs. Gummy bears. Yeah, because they were bouncing here and there everywhere. She-Ra. Yep, She-Ra. Jim and the Holograms. Was that one that was based off of Archie? Was it the Pussycat Dolls or something like that? Oh no, sorry, Josie and the Pussycats. Pussycat Dolls, completely different band. Yeah. Josie and the Pussycats, though, they actually wore clothes. Um, oh God. That looks pretty good. I need to bump up that color a little bit, though. Oh, I guess I will when I get that highlight orange here. Highlight orange. What are some of the other good 80s cartoons? The Monchhichis. Used to watch those all the time. Care Bears. Rainbow Bright. Pound Puppies. And the Get Along Gang. Cabbage Patch Kids, yep. Strawberry Shortcake. Yep, we covered He-Man. Got him already. Some other classic ones, the Herculoids. How about them? Or Thundar the Barbarian. Some of those were like late 70s, early 80s cartoons, but I still watch the heck out of them. You feel old. Come on. Go full old school and we'll start talking about the Jetsons and Flintstones and on Huckleberry Hound. All the old Hanna-Barbera cartoons that we used to watch. I'm just going to keep that open. Alright, back to our green here. Lower the pants. Amber says I should get you to do a scholar superhero for me. What would that look like? A scholar superhero. Now, do you want me to paint a mini of it, or do you want me to draw it? Drawing it might be easier. Scholar superhero. Yeah. How about just an elithid? Paint them up in the colors that you want. It's holding the brain. I'm gonna try and get some books down around here. He's already wearing a cape. Yeah? No, maybe not an elithid, not a mind flayer. Some of my browns have dried out here. Just a thought that popped into your head. I get those every once in a while. You think more like a Saruman kind of thing, but not evil and female. Alright. I can figure something out. Right there. I would think you'd want more kind of like a Galadriel type. Lady of the Forest. With books. Ah, bugger that, Eowyn. Give me a sword. And books. That's why I was like, Eowyn. Gotta go with Eowyn. To be fair, of all the women characters that are in Lord of the Rings, and there aren't many, you have Eowyn, or you have Arwen, who is like barely mentioned. Barely mentioned, like in passing. Then you have Galadriel, who you get quite a bit of in Lothlorien. Yeah, Arwen, completely useless. I am just really pretty. Oh, okay. In the movie, I'm super powerful. In the books, I play a harp. And I sing poetry. Then you have Eowyn, from Rohan. Yup, Shield Maiden. And smart. I'll take an Eowyn over an Arwen any day. Any day. Could I imagine you with a sword? Probably. Probably imagine you with a battle axe. I think that'd be right up your alley. It's a terrible idea. Ah, it's fine. It's just bladed weaponry. It's fine. I'm not sure what happened over here. It's like a bunch of stuff just got mixed together. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna take a little bit of this. This looks like bright skin tone, because there's my bright shadow, my bright highlight. There's my bright skin tone. I'll get a little bit more water. And we're just gonna plunge that right into my brown. So I thought of how I'm going to terrorize my players at my next D&D game. They have been really, really irritating the big bad evil guy's minions. One in particular. And he is not too happy with the party right now. And while he has sent someone to spy on them, they ended up being discovered. It ended up killing a beloved NPC. Because it was time to do that. And did it while their protector was away. So she's gonna come back and be like, "Where's so-and-so? Oh, he was killed." Which is gonna give them even more urge to go and take care of the vampire guy. Setting Nephler loose in camp? Oh, they don't have a camp. They have a keep. And I'm thinking that the vampire guy is going to show up at some point in time. And start dropping pieces of people into their keep from the air. Because he can fly. And the pieces of the people are going to be people, of course, that they know. So that should be interesting. Kind of one of those, wonder how this is going to play out. And I have dug more, even more into the evil muffin jar. And maybe not like evil muffin, so to speak, but one of the characters is an orphan. Never knew her parents. thinks that her parents are all dead. I'm thinking about having her father show up and be like, "Are you the one with no name?" "Yeah, man, who the heck are you?" "Oh, I am your father. I am your father." Trying to get his voice down. And we're mixing a little bit of that light brown into our mid-tone brown here. So yeah, not only are they fighting against a vampire lord, but they're also fighting against a vampire lord that runs the cult of Orcus. So it should be fun. And tomorrow night should be fun. I'll be running hopefully the last session of our Outlaws and Law Dogs game. It's only supposed to be 3 or 4 sessions long, so we're into number 4 tomorrow. The vampires are not sparkly. We have been over this before. My vampires do not sparkle. There will be no sparkling vampires in my game. Oh, that's a great question there, Amber. She asked, could we see the ground yet, or are we still buried in snow? There are spots where we can see grass. And for the first time in about 2 months, you can see the end of my driveway because it's not covered in snow and ice. And we are supposed to get a little bit more snow. I think it was yesterday, north and northwestern Minnesota got like almost another foot of snow. Thankfully, I do not live there. Or I would be balled up in the fetal position, trying not to cry for more freaking snow. Alright, I'm just going to use this. We did get some rain yesterday, so that was good. That started to wash some of the other stuff away. And the rest of this week and into the weekend looks like we're supposed to be in the mid to high 40s, so I am a-okay with that. Though I'd rather see mid to high 50s, but, you know, take what I can get right now. I was telling folks on Monday night, I froze my frickin' tuchus off on last Friday for St. Patrick's Day because it was the air temperature was -10. It was the coldest St. Patrick's Day on record in Minnesota, and then we had a 40-mile-an-hour wind gust that we were dealing with as well. And my band was playing outside in a tent, an unheated tent, on Friday afternoon, and it was very cold. It was bad. It was very cold. There was a little bit of sun that poked through today too. That was nice. Yeah, Minnesota in the late winter, early spring is still frigid. Alright, I'm going to grab a little bit of leather brown. So we still got that right here. Yeah, normally Oregon doesn't get a whole lot of snow either, but they've been getting a ton lately too, so there's that. Been seeing a lot of places though that are like, oh, it's nice and green and 60 or 70 degrees here, and I'm like, it's still blowing, it's still windy, it's still cold here. Please send some warmth to your northern neighbors. Oh, 10 inches in one day, you sweet summer child. Yeah, you lived in Alaska. That's true. You did live. You did live there. Lose your car in the driveway. Yeah. I was thinking we were going to end up losing our mailbox this year and not being able to find it, but we were spared that. But it's pretty bad when you have to cling on to the mailbox door handle in order to keep yourself from falling on the ice just outside of it. Alright, we're going to use a little tanned leather here for our final highlight. Yeah, that's one place that I wouldn't want to live. My aunt and uncle lived up there, and I remember seeing the photos. I'm like, wow, it's really pretty. Great place to visit. Only want to live there if I could, have everything flown in. I hear it's also like extremely expensive to live in Alaska, so no thanks. There we go. Now we're making that pop. Pop, pop, pop. Amber says it's not as bad as it was now that they got Walmart and Target. It used to be way worse. Once you get off the main roads like the villages, it's super spendy. Yeah. Yeah, leave me out of it. I'm good. Alright, we're going to take a little bit of this brown. This is going to sound a little weird, but take a little bit of this brown, a little bit of this. We're going to mix it into our green, because she's kind of got green-brown pants. Not just green pants. I almost thought about using a green khaki, but I thought maybe I might do this first. Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to go for. Now that I don't have a daughter that's in school anymore, I don't follow the calendar as much as I used to. Unless I'm, putting something on the calendar. Anybody know when Easter is? I'm assuming I should be getting a notification from my mother-in-law, like, Easter dinner. But I haven't heard anything. Is it like super late this year? It feels like it's going to be super late this year. Like middle of April or something like that. And we're going to take a little bit of this light brown. Mix it right into our green. Learning color theory on the fly. Mix this color to get this color. I'm just trying to keep painting too and not, think around too much. There is. Fold right there. Right there. So I watched The Mandalorian and The Bad Batch today. I will say that The Bad Batch has gotten better. There's a couple episodes where I was like, man, this really seems like filler. And I understand where they're going with it and why, but it still felt like filler episodes. But Mandalorian's been good. Like to see Grogu doing some stuff today. That was fun. You heard The Mandalorian 3 was boring? You're listening to the wrong people. It's not as action-packed as like the first season. I will say that. There are some good stuff. There is some good stuff. But I don't need to have every episode have action with it. I just don't. I want for this, for a TV show, I want there to be story. And I think they are doing a fine job with that. Especially with bringing more of the lore of Mandalore and stuff like that into the show. I'm liking it. I've always been a fan of the Mandalorians. So I like it. Like I said, Grogu got to jump around a little bit today and do some cool stuff, so woohoo! Go, Grogu Ninja. You don't have Disney Plus anymore, so you can't watch it. I hear you. The other thing I'm super bummed about is they canceled Willow already. Like one season. Oh, we didn't think it did as well. Mike, you had 3 seasons planned of this. There are other shows that you have that I don't think anybody watches that you keep putting out, like, I don't know, that one stupid cartoon like this. Well, they keep putting out Simpsons. Who's watching The Simpsons anymore? That show's been on for like 30 years. They should have had Bart and Lisa and Maggie grown up by now and out of the house. That's what I think they should do. Oh, one more season of The Simpsons, they're all the same. Boring. And I get it. Willow wasn't for everybody, but I enjoyed the heck out of it. Once again. Would it have been cool to have Mad Mardigan? Absolutely it would have. But hey, Val Kilmer's a little screwed up, so maybe give him a little slack. You know? Jano? Alright. She's coming along pretty well. With those nice green pants. I'm a sucker for green pants, so, you know. I'm a sucker for green. That's what I do. Let's see. We gotta do the gloves and her shirt. I definitely wanted to get the. Let's get the boots done. What color did we do that? Oh, he did the boots almost the same as the. Sorry, I'm looking at the what the colors he wanted here. He just made the laces different colors. Oh, okie dokie dokie dokie. Okay. I can work with this. Grab a little bit more of this. Anyway, bag the Simpsons, bring Willow back. That's what I'm saying. I want to know what the heck happens. I want to know what happens in book 2, because they had 3 books at the end of the season. There were 3 books. They closed the first one and put it back on the shelf, and there were 2 others, and I'm like, cool, 2 more seasons. Oh, by the way, a show that you liked canceled. I feel like, I feel like everybody that watched Firefly. What do you mean it's canceled? We never knew what it was on. When were we supposed to watch it? You kept canceling it for football. That's why I think there should be a dedicated sci-fi channel. Oh wait, there is. And they play crap. Oh, maybe the Sci-Fi Channel will pick it up, or Netflix will. No, Netflix probably won't because it's a Disney property. Willow got canceled. One season, boom, gone. You got teenagered. Yeah, every once in a while that happens to me, except she's a 20-something now. It's like, whoa, hold on, hold on. Oh, yeah, that's what I was helping with today. Was my 20-year-old, 20, almost 23-year-old, trying to help her find a place to get her um, thermostat fixed in her car. I'm like, you are 23. And of course, her mom's like, we can help her out. It's fine. Mom and Dad helped us out. Like, I understand that. We taught her to be more self-sufficient. But it's fine. Got it worked out. She's got an appointment for next week. Alright, we got that. Yeah, she definitely comes to, she goes to her mom for quite a bit of stuff, but when it comes to I guess the practical stuff, like the food stuff and whatnot, like next month I have to go and do the food tasting for their wedding. I am not Mr. Fix-It, though. That's the thing. I am not Mr. Fix-It. I know next to nothing about nothing when it comes to cars and stuff like that, except for the fact that I worked at a um, auto parts delivery place, and I remember what some of those things cost. So I can go, well, you should only be paying blah 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 for that. So yeah, when it comes to actually fixing stuff, I mean, there's a few things I can do. I mean, definitely not like major repairs on vehicles. Leave me out of that, but I can do like the brakes and I can help with that. Thankfully, her uncles are the more mechanically inclined of the family. And her fiance can fix a ton of stuff too, so he's pretty smart. I guess, yes, I fixed it by finding a place for her to get it fixed. That is true. That is true. I helped that way. I'm a helper. I am somebody. Devious Dungeons. How you doing tonight? That's right over the top. Good, good. Glad you're doing well. You got some painting in today. Awesome. Good for you, man. You gotta get some painting in every day. Yeah, you should be able to. I don't think I have anything, blocked. So you should be able to do that. Grab a little gray here for her shirt. Come on. There we go. Is that what that's supposed to be? Oh. Okay. I will have to take a look at that in just a second here. But thanks for sharing with the class. Appreciate it. It's always good to see what other people are painting. Alright, let's take a look here. Holy moly, that's very nice. That is my khaki. Is this it? Yep. Is this it? Yes. Don't want these two. Yeah, I say they looked like dwarves, so I just wasn't sure exactly from where. 23 old school Games Workshop dwarves. Excellent. Oh, this is why I had to pick up some meds yesterday, and I went and got the full, complete series of Battlestar Galactica. So yeah, looking forward to watching that. I actually have the old Battlestar Galactica series. I didn't realize it was only one season. Um, but I heard this one was really good, so I saw it, and they only wanted like $36 for it. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna pick it up. And my buddy gave me Parks and Rec, the complete series, like a couple of years ago, and I still haven't watched it yet. Because I'm not a huge Amy Poehler fan, but I like Ron. The last two seasons aren't great. Yeah, see, that's what I heard, but whatever. I mean, I've watched Game of Thrones, so whatever. The last season of that wasn't great. So, what's the other TV show that I just picked up? Um, oh, House of the Dragon, which has been pretty good. I think I'm 4 episodes into that. The first few are outstanding. Yeah, I see. I heard everything was like really good. I want stuff that's going to expand the lore of even old shows. Stuff like that. Like the old Battlestar Galactica only got one season, so yeah, it's like one or two. Your wife hates sci-fi and she liked Battlestar? Okay. Well, my wife is more of a fantasy person, so she would rather watch. And she doesn't like Game of Thrones either. It's too messy and bloody and stuff for her. She likes high fantasy, so anything, Forgotten Realmsy and stuff like that. That's her. That's her jam. That's what she likes. But I grew up watching Beastmaster and Conan and Krull, Highlander, stuff like that. And of course, I watched a little bit of Xena. I watched a little bit of Hercules. I would say within just the last year or so, I watched the first Hawk the Slayer movie. Because everybody was talking about that. The original Clash of the Titans, yep. Yep, I have that, and then I also have the Clash of the Titans and the Wrath of the Titans. Just because I wanted to see them, I wanted to see what they were like. And they were okay. I like the old Sword and the Sorcery stuff. Here we go. Oh yeah, Ray Harryhausen and Jason the Argonauts and all that fun stuff. Yup. Sinbad, yep. One of my favorite things after watching all the Saturday morning cartoons when I was a kid is they would have. I could either keep it on, I think it was like the NBC affiliate or something like that there in Washington State. I could either keep it on there and watch Zorro and the Lone Ranger, or I could flip it over to another channel. I think it might have been, oh gosh, I think it might have been either ABC affiliate or something like that, and watch all the kung fu movies. So like I got to see the Octagon and Enter the Dragon and some of the really silly kung fu movies that were put out in the 60s and 70s. They would play them and be like, kung fu movies matinee. They'd play two of them, back to back. That was the good stuff. Yeah, that same channel that would do the Legend of Zorro and the Legend of the Lone Ranger or something like that. Also would run the old spaghetti westerns, and specifically Gina Autry and Roy Rogers and Dale Evans movies. So I grew up watching those. Yep, Kung Fu Theater, that was it. God, that was great. It's funny because my wife would watch some of the same things that I was watching at the time too, and God, it must have been back in the early '90s. There was like Battle of the Martial Arts Masters or something like that. It was so freaking cheesy. But it had the same guy that played Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat in it. So most of these guys were, they were actors, but they were, not too bad martial artists as well. Just funny stuff. Devious says, when the blind guy with the long white beard comes out, that it's about to go down. Oh yeah. Yep, for sure. Alright, what color are these books? Come on, pop open here. Looks like we got kind of a reddish brown one, a light brown one, and a green one. Okay. And Devious, he always came out in like a long white robe too. You're like, oh man. The Master Kung Fu has come out. Man, you guys don't stand a chance anymore. He's coming out. He's gonna kick your butt. Takes on 70 guys at a time. Everybody was kung fu fighting, was playing in the background. I need to get some more green. And those pockets need to be a little bit more brown. So we're just gonna like that. And brown pockets. Brown pockets. Yeah, everybody was kung fu fighting, man. Everybody. Grandma and grandpa, aunts and uncles, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. We'll let that dry a little bit. We're going to grab some silver here. For the studs on her belt, buttons on her coat. Oh, the St. Patty's Day gigs were cold. Well, the first one was on actual St. Patrick's Day was freezing. We were playing out at a place called CHS Field. It's the ballpark for the St. Paul Saints. They had asked us to come play for their ballpark hoolie. And it was minus 10 degrees outside with a 40-mile-an-hour wind chill, wind gusts. And it was absolutely brutal. We were in a tent. I was fighting the tent while I was playing so that it wouldn't fall on me and knock all my stuff down. There were definitely not enough whiskey in the world to keep warm. And then Saturday we played at a tap room, a brewery here in lovely Coon Rapids, Minnesota. And that went pretty well, and I'm just glad we were inside because it was still cold. And then this weekend's supposed to be in the 40s. It's like, son of a gun. Is there a way we could have played where it wasn't freezing outside? That'd be great, thanks. But we got paid, so whatever. Hopefully, since we did that, they will ask us back for other gigs. She does have earrings in her ears. So we gotta get those. No nose rings or anything. Okay, cool. You got voluntold today that you're cooking for an upcoming Rotary Club fundraiser. Well, that could be fun. Could be. Was that the, hey honey, guess what I signed you up for? Guess what you get to do? What? You normally cook for 1 to 2 meetings a month. Well, that's pretty good. The way that you talk about cooking, too, I might have to come over and try some. Has all your snow gone away yet? You basically make a crock pot of something that's a bit more involved. Yeah, I suppose. It's supposed to be finally up in the 40s here this week, so I'm hoping that our snow starts to melt and I can actually get the grill out. Oh, 6 inches? Oh, geez. I think we still got like 2 feet outside right now. My backyard is just ridiculous. When that melts, I'm just going to have a freaking lake in my backyard. I am not looking forward to that. He grilled the other day. Oh, lucky guy. I gotta tell you a story about our new neighbors that are kitty corner from us. They started moving into the house a couple weeks ago. And I'm like, oh, hey, honey, the new neighbors are starting to move in. And this is before, like, they hadn't come by the house at all, and there was still, like, maybe 3 to 4 feet of snow on their driveway. They hadn't cleared it yet. And I'm like, oh, this should be fun. And the guy shows up. This is the priorities here in Minnesota. The guy shows up hauling a trailer, not with a snowplow or a snowblower on the back of it, but a giant grill slash smoker. That was the only thing that was on the trailer. And he gets out. He parks on the street. He gets out, and he trudges his way up to the garage. I'm like, is this joker actually gonna try and back his trailer through 3 feet of snow to get the smoker in the garage? And he looked at it, and he opens the garage up, and he makes a phone call, and he closes the garage, and he walks around a little bit, and he opens the garage back up, and he makes another phone call, and after, like, I don't know, 30 minutes or so, he gets in his car and he drives away after thinking about backing into the driveway, and he came back, I don't know, like an hour or so later, and did the same thing. It was like, nothing's changed, man. It's still cold. There's still a lot of snow out. And yeah, he left again. I just thought it was absolutely hilarious that he thought he was going to try and back his trailer through 3 feet of snow. They eventually got some folks to come over with snow blowers and shovels, and they started clearing the driveway out. But it was hilarious. Devious says, "My advice to you is to befriend him at all costs." I don't know, man. I'm not sure if I want to have a neighbor friend that is going to be crazy enough to do that. Or maybe I do. I don't know. I think I'm going to wait till it gets a little warmer and then walk over and introduce myself. But we'll see, because that was pretty funny. I was having a good laugh. All right, we gotta get that green book. I don't know if he's Southern or not. I don't know where he's from. Him and the family. And there are some really good Minnesotan barbecuers up here, so. Yeah, if you ever come out this way, I'll take you over to Jelly Bean and Julia's barbecue place. It's my buddy Corey's barbecue joint. He's very good. What's that? No, shoot. A neighbor that has a smoker that is on a trailer is pretty serious about barbecue. Yeah, I would say so. You are correct, sir. He would probably want you to come over and taste test things. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. That's what I got my buddy Greg for too. He's got a smoker. We're gonna have some next month. He's gonna do smoked duck for our game night. So I'm looking forward to that. He even found the recipe for the wine sauce. Oh yeah. Absolutely will. Where is... That's the... Oh, silly freaking... What the... Oh, that's really weird. Oh, no, okay. Here we go. You were on a team that took first place in chicken at a KCBS competition in Kentucky. Nice, that's cool. I have my own team. I take first place in eating barbecue whenever I snarf that down. A little bit more black here. I used to be a KCBS judge. Oh, that's cool. That's neat. So is it Kansas City barbecue? What's the S stand for? The Kansas City Barbecue Society? Yeah, oh, yeah, I was right. Once you figured out how the whole thing worked, like you quit bothering, yeah. It's like knowing how the things are made. Sometimes you quit eating them. Alright, we are almost done with this little folk here. No, to judge, you have to pay like $75 to take this 2-hour class, which is basically just telling you the rules. Oh, that stinks. I figure if you know what good barbecue tastes like, you should be able to judge it. The point system is dumb, yeah. That's why I stopped doing painting competitions to an extent. It wasn't so much that it was a dumb point system, but most of the time it ended up being a popularity contest. So it didn't matter how well you painted. If the other person's friends were voting and nobody was voting for you, they were going to win no matter if they weren't great at it or not. So I quit doing competitions. Yeah, all the competitors are basically making the same stuff, yeah. There we go. Oh, even in-person competitions can be absolute trash too if they're not impartially judged. You know, if you're just sticking your figure out there and anybody can vote on it, it's crap. It's absolute crap. I was a judge for a Games Workshop. Actually, I judged twice. For one was for a tournament and the painting competition for that, and the other one was for just a straight painting competition. And we got nitpicky. I would pick up the models and look at them and go for, how much detail did you actually put into this thing? Does it just look good from 3 feet away, or does it look good from up close too? And if it wasn't all painted, like if there were still gray marks, like, up in the elbows or whatever, I'm marking you down. I'm not giving you points for it because it's not fully painted. Devious says barbecue competition presentation scores are idiotic. Well, it doesn't surprise me. Okay, now we gotta try and get her eyes. There we go. Garnishes should not be involved. No, absolutely not, because that's not barbecue. Should just be the meat, whatever meat you're making. People spend hours making perfect pudding greens out of parsley. Oh, brother. And it's like, you know, here's this perfect barbecue chicken and then like macaroni and cheese. Or, oh, but it's grilled macaroni and cheese. I don't care. That isn't barbecue. Meat and sauce in a box. Yep. I'm just throwing a little black wash on here. Just to dull this silver down a little bit. It's very bright. There we go. There she is. Yeah, no sides are allowed in the box. Absolutely not. Oh, I want to grab a little bit more and throw it on the base here. There. Now she's done. One team beat another team because they arranged their parsley better. Yeah, that is BS. You're right. Absolutely. I mean, I'm all for presentation, but that seems a little ridiculous. Alright, so she is done. Down to 3. Oh, here. There she is. Because presentation scores as high as taste or tenderness. I don't think so. I mean, make the barbecue look good, but I don't think you need greens on it. This isn't a salad making contest, right? Okay. Where is... There he is. I think we're going to start work on this guy here. Our little Leonin gladiator guy. Let's see. Boink, boink. What color are those pants? Are they black? Kind of a dark gray. Well, first and foremost, I think we need to get a new deal. I wish I could flip this over, but then I'd get paint all over there. That's bad. Just gonna grab a little bit of water here. Go like that. Come on. Yum. Yum. And then we're gonna whip it over. There. Alright, I need Are you kidding me? He's wearing clothes. You're thinking about starting a local barbecue competition up there, but I am scared of what I might have to taste. Yeah. You never know what you're going to get. You can get something really good or absolute junk. Okay. So we're going with the dark skin triad here again. a little feed here. You know what, Devious Dungeon? You should just go ahead and do that and just see what you get. Maybe you'll be surprised. Maybe you'll get food poisoning. I don't know. Yes, spin the wheel of destiny. You never know, man. Tell you, I never thought I'd be good at painting minis. Had to spin that wheel. If you do, you'll be head judge and health inspector. Yes. Yep. Everybody better be washing them hands. And not cooking them poop. First year you just do chicken. I would think something easier would be better. Barbecue chicken for me, I don't do it the best. I just can't. I'm not great at barbecuing chicken. I'm good at doing like a good seared chicken breast on the stove, a nice cast iron. I do a pretty good roast chicken too, but for some reason my barbecue chicken I always undercook it, and then I gotta go back and redo it. You make a mean Game Master's Vault. How you doing? You make a mean barbecue chicken and ribs. There you go. You can team up with Devious Dungeons there, and with his barbecue competition there in New York. Chicken and ribs are relatively short cooking times, especially chicken. Slow cook the chicken in the oven at about 225 for an hour first, then on the grill. Oh, okay. See, now we're just getting recipes here, folks, so come join in the cooking demonstrations on the MMG painting page. Yeah, and pretend you didn't hear that. I'm pretty sure Devious does everything on the grill, man. Yeah, I gotta change my category to cooking stream. God, I wonder if I'd get more viewers, at least more people popping in. That'd be hilarious. Thought this was a cooking stream. Haha, I've got you. It's a miniature painting stream. Haha. I have you now. You've been sucked in. You'll have to watch. Devious says smoke at 225 for an hour, then grill. Yeah, if you got a smoker, absolutely. I do not have one. I just have a regular grill. Charcoal grill, mind you, none of this propane crap. Yeah, if you have a Weber kettle, you got both. Yeah, no kidding. I've got a, I don't even know the brand of it, really. But it's a really nice grill. I couldn't tell you the brand of it right now to save my life. I'd have to go out and take a look. Game Master says, I had a huge combo grill, smoker, gas, charcoal, searing burner, but after about 9 years it needed to be chucked. Yeah. I think some of those combo ones aren't as good as just a regular, you know, regular smoker or regular grill or whatnot. It's like almost too much stuff on it. Kind of a deal. Time to change. Oh yeah, time to change the paper towel situation here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. We got a pallet smoker and a Weber kettle. There you go, Devious. I don't think I need that many colors. I think I'm going to do that and then this. Yeah, but DV's tell them where you're living now because you're like in upstate New York currently, aren't you? From Illinois. I'm annoyed, but you know, I'm just giving you crap. Stick burners are way better than pellet. Come to Minnesota where ketchup is spicy. That's funny. Yeah, where he's from, you know, Brussels sprouts are considered a main course too. So. Yeah, belt is blue, son of a biscuit. No, ketchup is not spicy. I like a good barbecue sauce. I like a nice salsa. Of course, I'm not from Minnesota, so I'm originally from the Seattle area, and the stuff that I grew up eating out there was there was a lot of Southeast Asian and Japanese influenced cuisine, along with some Russian and Ukrainian. Frank's Red Hot. Ooh. Game Master, you're probably familiar. There was a place in Minneapolis. What was it called? It was like Mama's Caribbean something or other. And my buddy Eric went there a couple of times, and he got like their super duper jerk chicken. He brought some in, and I don't mind spicy foods, but that stuff just made my gut hurt. It's like, why would you eat this? You understand this is going to come out the same way, right? Six ads in a row? Ah, jeez Louise. I have to turn that off for a while. It was 8 when you clicked on my stream? Jeez Louise. Hey, thanks for the gifted sub, Devious. Appreciate it. First gifted sub. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, problem solved. There you go. Yeah, Bezos doesn't need any more frickin' money. Bugger that guy. as we buy more stuff from Amazon. What are you gonna do? Hey, we got 2 subscribers now. Thanks, man. I got Devious and Game Masters. And you get all the sweet loot. Oh, that's why that's flat. That's part of the belt. Okay, that's part of the belt. Yeah, visionaries. I'm a huge George Carlin fan. One of his specials, he was like, I've got great ideas. Too bad most of them suck. Well, you gotta spend more time here in the chat. There, GM. We'll find all kinds of names for you. Why that's... Mike? Okay, I will call you Mike. Yeah, you gotta watch out with the swearing and stuff. But you picked up some oil paints today. Good for you. Devious Brad, nice to meet you. Yep. Got it. It wasn't even a swear. Yeah, I know. I know, not because of James Wapple. Yeah. Frickin' Wapple, man. Devious James conned you into the oils, yeah. I don't think I will be changing anytime soon. I've got too much money invested in all these frickin' acrylics. My wife would probably kill me if I switched. There's an Italian guy on YouTube. I've watched a few videos on a mohawk painting here on Twitch. Says Mike. Yeah, oh yeah, the blending aspect for sure. Just watching people paint those, especially on figures, is super cool. Holy cow, you spent $1,200 in oils and instantly regret it there, Brad? That's crazy. See, that's the other thing. I mean, there's other stuff that you have to get. Not just the paints, because you gotta get your thinners and whatnot. With acrylics, man, you just need some water and some paintbrushes. You're good to go. Yeah, that's definitely not something I would be investing in currently. I think the only reason I would get oil paints right now is so I could actually do um, scenery. Wapple is like Bob Ross. It's not as easy as he makes it look, yeah. The thing with Bob Ross, though, is that he did make it so that everybody could paint. You know, he explained it pretty easy. Mike says I went to Hobby Lobby because that's the closest and got a 12-pack of little tubes on clearance for $6 and a little jug of spirits for $6.50 just to try them out. So not a $1,200 investment. Yeah, that's probably a good call. See, but that's the way you should have done it, man. You should have just went small. Grab a couple of paints and call it good. Your overconfidence kicked your butt, yeah. Mike says I use a lot of speed and contrast paints now, yeah. I think it would be very interesting to see what Wapple could do with the speed paints and the contrast paints and such. I wonder what he would think of them. I don't know if I've ever seen him use those yet. He's too much into his oils right now. He's used both? Okay. Because the contrast and the speed paints really just remind me of stains. Like you paint your figure white and you put that over and you've just stained the white paint. Still need to research a good matte varnish to use in the airbrush over speed paints. Yeah, I'm not sure. Before he was totally into oils, he was using contrast a lot, but not in the normal way. Well, yeah, I mean, he doesn't use paints in the normal way anyway, so. I have never had any issues with the speed paints that I have reactivating. I think, like I've said before, maybe I got a better batch. maybe the first couple of ones that were out there sucked, but I've never had them reactivate on me. On the other hand, maybe I just let them dry super well before I started putting other stuff over the top of them. But like I said, never had anything reactivate on me before. No, definitely doesn't get your money back for sure. Hey Brad, that sucks. Mike says, I prime with black ink, then a white ink zenithal, acrylics for all the skin, then speed paints, then acrylics over weapons, buckles, jewelry, etc. Then I do eyes and touch up skin. I never really noticed a big problem with reactivation as long as it's dried. Brad says he threw his in the trash. Yeah, that just kind of makes me want to keep plugging away at what I'm doing here. Using the same stuff that I like to use. I get so many people that are like, oh, have you tried this? Have you tried that? No. Oh, yeah. Absolutely, Mike. If you got a goal, especially 600 minis for the year, yeah, you definitely got to speed stuff up, but for sure. Well, with that amount of practice and, get that many figures out, you would hope that the techniques would get better. I would hope for you that your technique gets better. It can be a little sad though, because I've seen painters on either the Reaper page or even on Devious's um, page and stuff like that, where they'll say, "Oh, I've been painting for 30 years," and I keep thinking, "Why does your stuff suck?" I don't say it because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but it's like I want to give them a little bit of advice and, what are you doing? And I get it. If they're just painting for fun and wanting to get stuff on the table and enjoying the process, great, go for it. Just gonna get back up in there. Heck. Your current project. Oh yeah, yeah. That's all your dwarves. Alright, now we're going on to our linen white here. To brighten up that quilted padded armor. Yeah, Mike says, yeah, if you're only painting a model or two a month or less and not focusing on getting better, then it really doesn't matter how many years you've been painting. Yeah, it really doesn't. And I don't want to sound like all grognardy or whatever, but, you know, I've been painting for going on 24 years now, and God, I hope I've gotten better. I still have my very first couple of figures, too, that I painted that I bought at the source. I always like to go back and look at it and compare it to what I do now and go, okay, yeah, I've gotten better. I'm not a complete imposter. Keep hitting that pommel. Oh, yeah, no, we didn't. I mean, oh my gosh. There are so many tutorials and videos and stuff out now. We didn't have we didn't have stuff like that. Some of the techniques weren't even around at that time. And there had been guys that had been painting longer, than that. And they were using, testers, and there weren't miniature paints and whatever. So now there's videos and what is that Miniature Monthly that Aaron Lovejoy is part of, and heck, there's even sculpting videos out there if you want to learn how to sculpt. Well, and that goes for anything, though. I mean, you could be a musician or into sports or whatever, but if you don't practice, then it doesn't matter. Well, you know what? You know what, Brad? Cool Mini or not is kind of a joke. Because now you basically just have professional painters that were just posting their stuff on there to get likes, basically. They get to get their egos boosted. I posted some of my best stuff up on there, and they would just vote me down because I wasn't painting Warhammer stuff. I'd say, well, bugger that. We all kind of do that, yeah, I guess to an extent. But I mean, there's the the pats on the backs and whatever, and then there's, yeah. Well, and you had some of those uh, like I call them the European master painters. I mean, that's all they do all day long is paint figures. And some of that stuff wasn't even coming. I wasn't even coming close to being able to do stuff like that, and I'm still not. I watch, some of those guys, and but they're using techniques that I either A, don't have access to the tools because I haven't gone out and gotten them, or I don't need to do that. Like I don't need to use an airbrush for everything. Yeah, 20 years ago, geez Louise. I mean, some of that stuff was mind-blowingly good. And those guys have only gotten better. I've watched some of them, they're they're painting scenes on shields and on tabards of horses and stuff like that. And here I am just sitting there trying to get the eyes right on some of these. So that's why I try to aim my channel and my pages and stuff like that. I want to get people excited about painting and not demoralize them with, you know, stuff like that. Because you show somebody, that's something you can show somebody and say, hey, this guy's been painting for X amount of time, and he's taken that level, and then, he's taken it and run with it and gotten to that point. Where if you just want to sit down and paint a figure every once in a while, you should be able to do that. Do I remember the Magma Tracks Corn Chaos Juggernaut? I don't. I don't remember. Son of a gun. I'll have to take a look at that in a second there, Brad. Give me just a second here. Oh, sorry, Mike. I was reading the wrong one. Mike, I've been seeing a lot of your stuff up on your Discord. There you go. Yeah, I haven't painted much until Monday. I was playing drums too much. Yeah, I say if they look good at 3 feet, you're fine. If you're just painting for table, or a little bit better, great. You don't need to be out there like Sergio Calvo or Angel Giraldes or any of those guys. It just, I mean, they're good. Don't get me wrong, they're great painters. But I don't know if I would ever use any of those figures as a game or for a game. Alright, Mike, that's pretty funny. Mike says, I think I could win some awards with my minis if I was the only person that entered. Yeah, I've lucked out winning a couple of awards just for local, at the local con, but that's about it. There. Guys looking pretty good. Alright, let's take a look. Oh, geez. Yeah, that's insane. But you're right, 20 years ago that was impressive painting. I mean, it's still impressive painting. I think it's still impressive painting. That mini made you quit painting. Oh no. There have been other figures that I have wanted to just break my brushes and walk away. Yeah, it's probably 4-year-old too, and that stuff is crap. No, what? Not 4-year-old. What was it? It was what was that horrible resin stuff that Games Workshop brought out a few 10 or 15 years ago? It would Fine Cast. That was what I was thinking of. That Fine Cast stuff is crap. 20 years ago, nobody painted like that. I would semi disagree to an extent, because there were some phenomenal painters that were coming out of the U.S. even at that time that were that good, if not better. Because I was thinking of like Jennifer Haley, Robert Cruz. Who's the other guy? What's his name? Laszlo Jakubowski. Laurent Esposito Moss was doing some really great stuff with Confrontation at the time. Yeah, see, Mike, that's the key right there, is painting because you like it. Painting because you're having fun with it. Whittle down the massive pile of gray plastic. Yeah, I mean, there's that too, right? Yeah, I just keep getting asked to paint other people's piles of gray plastic, so then mine gets neglected. Yeah, as long as you're progressing, that's all good. Doesn't matter. As long as you're having fun. I would say that I got better over the pandemic because I was painting a lot of my own stuff, and I was doing it at a consistent basis too. I would come down here every night and good, 4 or 5 hours of painting, especially on the weekends. Oh my gosh. And I would watch some other, mini painters and stuff like that. And so Brad says my point is back in that minis day, nobody was sharing secrets. Well, nobody from like Games Workshop was sharing secrets because they wanted to keep everything in house and not let their heavy metal painters, out. Everything was done right there or in the painter's own studios or something like that. So they weren't, and they were under NDAs. So I mean, they couldn't share how they were painting stuff. They would put out like their quick little. I remember getting a book and on how to paint minis the heavy metal way, or whatever. And I'm like, they were showing all these steps, but they would skip some. And I'm like, but there's another step in there somewhere, because I'm doing all the steps that they're telling me to do, but I'm missing something. Is it a glaze? Is it a wash? Is it a whatever? And it's like, oh, do these 3 or 4 steps, and this is how you get the skin. And I'm like, no, no, that's how you get part of the skin. What's the other step here? And now, they have Warhammer TV and the Warhammer Twitch channel and their blah, blah, blah. And, they're getting their. I mean, there was even an ad to become a Warhammer channel, TV channel painter. But you had to have all of the game, the Citadel paints and all that stuff and whatever. Um, Yeah, I mean, there were the YouTube tutorials that were out there because I was looking for them at the time, and the tutorials that were out there were bad. It was like there was no lighting, like even what I have. Like I only got 3 lights going on here, and it's better than what a lot of you don't have the close-ups like this. Like this is actually pretty darn good. Um, but I was, you know, back 20 years ago when I was first starting painting and I was on the Reaper forums, everybody there, if you were wanted to get better at painting, they were telling you, exactly how to do it. And granted, it was through a lot of written tutorials, but yeah, I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of video out there yet. Um, you think Dr. Faust is the only real tutorial back then? Probably, yeah. I know that my friend Rob Cruz, you and his Jester, um, was doing a lot of written tutorials as well. But you know, think of where we've come from and where we are now in the hobby, and I think it's pretty impressive that what's out there now, and the things that people can do. Because I certainly never thought of using an airbrush on something this small. I didn't even think nozzles could work with something this small, and yet they do. Come on. I mean, I was emailing back and forth with Derek Schubert and who was it? Derek Schubert and Ann Forrester back then, just trying to get better and asking questions. And they were, they'd email me back. So, chatted. Yoink. Todd. Come on. Work for me, phone. There we go. No, stop that. There we go. Okay, well, it's almost 11 o'clock. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it for the evening. So, well, thank you all for watching tonight. I appreciate it. Devious, thanks for the gifted sub to Game Master's Vault. Appreciate that. I am going to be, I'll be back here on Sunday at 8 o'clock, like normal, and probably work on some more stuff. So, hope you all have a wonderful evening. Hope you have a great rest of your week. And, as always, happy painting, folks. Bye.